So let's begin looking at the equation of a line, also known as the linear function for obvious reasons. We know all straight lines can be written in the form y equals mx plus b. M turns out to be this slope, b turns out to be the y-intercept. Just like any polynomial really, we know that that constant is the y-intercept. Or sometimes we see it written like that, where everything equals 0. It's known as general form, sometimes called standard form. You might see it written like that, but usually general form is probably the most common way. Now, a, b and c are integers or surds. Most people define this and say where a, b and c are whole numbers or integers. But think about it, if the coefficient was the square root of 2, how on earth are you going to turn that into an integer? You can't. So it is okay for it to be a surd as well. Some people get real paranoid and insist that the coefficient of x is positive. It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. It just looks neater, I suppose, if you start with a positive number. So we're going to find the equation of a line. It's perpendicular to 5x minus 2, and we know it passes through the point 0,6, and we're going to write it in general form. We know the slope will be minus 1/5. Perpendicular, the slopes are the negative inverse of each other. So the line they've given me, the slope's 5, so the slope I want, negative 1/5. Now, nicely, we've got the y-intercept. So I can just go straight to y equals mx plus b here, and we get the equation. But they said put it in general form. So let's rearrange this. 5y would be minus x plus 30. There we go. X plus 5y minus 30 is 0. Now, there are some special lines that don't fall into that y equals mx plus b necessarily. So parallel to the x-axis will always give us y equals a constant number. Yeah, I guess you could say that's still y equals mx plus b, because the slope of a horizontal line would be 0. So technically you're going 0x plus b. So there's my horizontal line. I know it goes through the point 32. Therefore, it has the equation y equals 2. Parallel to the y-axis, we'll have x equals k, some constant number. That's a little bit harder to rationalise the y equals mx plus b, because how do you get x equals k from y equals mx plus b? So the point's 3, 2. So that one, x equals 3. All right?